What? Are we live? Hey, good evening, Comic Art Live. I am going to be your host tonight. I guess the inmates are running the asylum, and so I am your much balder host. So I appreciate you guys jumping in. We're trying something completely brand new tonight, and so it's going to be entertaining. Either you're going to really enjoy the content, or you're going to really enjoy the train wreck. So I'm excited to see what direction that we go. So let me go ahead and kind of cover what this show's going to be about. Let me pull it up real quick. So this is kind of the genesis. We were talking, Bill and I, how to incorporate some other functionality within CAF, and also bring that functionality into the Comic Art Live, and just really, kind of interact with the audience and make that aspect, that the sketchbook, the theme sketchbook with CAF, enjoyable. So what we put together is this last month. We had a theme that we voted on before, which was heroines. And what's interesting is this month, or for January, we had more entries into that comic art or that sketchbook than we've had any other month in CAF history. So really thank you guys for kind of embracing that. At least the first step. At least you put the art in there, so we can try this show and just see how it comes off. But what we're looking to do. Let me go ahead and progress this. So here's kind of the structure of the show. We're going to have 4 rounds, and we're going to have 4 panelists that I'm about to bring in. Each panelist picked 4 pieces of art from the sketchbook, and they're going to talk to you about the art. I kind of tell you why they picked it. And at the end of each round, we're going to do an audience vote. So we're going to try to use a little bit of extra technology. If you guys, open another browser, or if you use your phone, you can kind of click on the QR code, or you can go to slido.com and put in CAF Live 206 for February 06. At the end of each round, keep your browser open throughout the show. A polling option will come up, allow you guys to vote live, and we'll see results in real time. What's really exciting about this show is we're going to do it 12 times, and each winner will be entered into a VIP category for the best of Comic Art Live for 2020. I guess it'd be over 2023. So, whoever wins the sketchbook will be one of 12 entries only in their own best of CAF category. So yes, Marcus, they'll be absolutely trash talking. Not against the art. Everyone picked fabulous pieces, but it's going to be a free for all. I encourage tears. I encourage blood, but I guess in a friendly gladiator type way. So that being said, I'm going to bring our panelists in. We're going to kickstart this. We're looking to do a quick show for you guys, kind of get in, get out. And here we go. So first we're going to add Jeff, Khalil, Jason, and everyone's favorite, Larry Tons of Fun.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
What are you doing tonight?
All right, we're voting for our best X-Men artist.
So, hey, if this is a popularity contest, that's fine. If it's the best art contest, that's fine. Judges can be bought. If you guys want to, pass any Venmo funds, across the table, that hey, people got to get paid. So, all right. Well, I guess I'll ask you guys. Any thoughts before we kick this off?
A lot of great art. So many entries. I couldn't, James signed me up for this and I really wasn't paying attention. And then he had me going through, I think, 290 pieces. It was really difficult to pick the best.
Yeah. And I'll say, if you look at the 2023 Superhero and Sketchbook, 291 pieces, I will say the theme for February is homages. And while it's not off to the start, the heroines are, because it's a more difficult category, the art in there is fantastic. So, if you guys want to get into the February show and have a chance to be on the best of CAF with an homage, whatever you want to say, then yeah, get that in. And again, go to, but get set up, right? Go to slido.com. When they ask for the number, put in CAF Live 206. You don't have to put the hashtag, or, click the QR code on the phone, and we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah,
let's do it.
So let's see. We got round 1. And we're going to start with Jeff.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jeff.
All right. Well, hi everybody. So, if anybody knows the kind of art that I really like 90s art because that's when I collected 80s and 90s stuff. But I tried to do something different for this, and I just picked pieces that grabbed me. And when I saw this piece, it was posted by Ronald Shepard, and it's from 2017, and I saw it, and it gave me fond memories of going to see the Wonder Woman movie with my daughter, knowing that she'd never really had like a superhero for herself, like in the movies like we've had over the last decade or so. And when she saw this and she was just enthralled, this sketch just brought that all back for me. It's incredibly finely done. The detail is incredible. Once again, if you guys have a chance to go on to CAF and look at this yourself, the detail in there, like all the cross hatching, everything is just fantastic. And it gave me that nostalgia for that, recent memory. And it's just a great piece of art. And, I just thought it was fantastic. That's all I got for you.
No, it looks great. I'm playing with the little heads right now because I want to be on the bottom. Oh,
You always do.
that's maybe.
So yeah. So once again, I don't have. Since I'm going first, I don't have to trash talk anybody else's George stuff. So I'm waiting for the comments to come in. But yeah, that's why I picked this. I think it's a fantastic piece.
All right. So we got Khalil, Jason. Oh, Jason's second. We just messed up the order right here. There you go. So Jason, why is this piece better than Jeff's? Or
man, obviously better than Jeff's. It has a background. No. This piece really caught me. A couple things on this. I was joking in the chat here. There were so many Savage Land rogues, and we tend to pick some characters more than others, right? And you'd rarely see non-DC Marvel Golden Age stuff. So right off the bat, the Golden Age Black Cat grabbed my attention. But what I really got me with this is all the shading and gray tones and so on and so forth. Being a Golden Age character, then adding in that almost antique feel from the tones and the gray tones and the shading and so on and so forth. And then most comic artists can draw a pretty woman, but how many can put that kind of detail in the bridge and in the clouds and in the motorcycle? It was just the total package on this one for me. I really, it caught my eye initially, and then as I worked through it, I kept pushing it forward to my final four. So I just love the piece. And I don't even know this
Black
art.
Cat.
Black Cat.
I was going to say, you get a bonus point if you can pronounce the artist's name right. But the problem is I couldn't correct you if I wanted to.
Yeah, I was confused. I thought this was Huntress when I first saw it, but it's Black Cat. It must be like
this is the Charlton Black Cat, Larry, from the 50s.
Oh, okay.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece.
Very nice.
Can't say anything bad about it.
All right, Khalil. Oh man, I keep hitting a little button on my keyboard. There we go. That's a lot of women.
Yeah. A lot of
women.
wonderful women, right? So what's better than Wonder Woman? WOMAN is women. WOMEN. So we got a lot of different iterations here. What's cool about this is obviously you can tell everyone is a Wonder Woman, but they're all also different. Look at the expressions. You got smiling, you got that stern look, kind of the whole gamut, all the costumes you'd want. And that nice, look at that in the background, all those infinite Earths essentially in the background. So right away, this one hit me, and I think it does pretty much speak for itself. And how can we not have a superheroine night without Miss Diana here?
I will tell you, putting this together, this is kind of spoilers, man. I was surprised by the number of DC characters. Being a Marvel guy, and so I know there's a number one Marvel fan in here. Hopefully, it doesn't leave. But yeah, the DC characters won this one. I guess they just have better women.
Yeah. I was trying to focus on the art or the image the most. You go through 290, you're just like, okay, I'm going quick. What hits me, right? Like, what do I? That's pretty much how I went through. Was able to get down from like 9, 10 to 4. That was the tougher part.
Yeah.
Hey, Khalil,
I paid no attention to who posted it. I didn't want to be swayed. And as soon as I saw this piece, I'd already seen it before, and I knew it was Jill's, and I felt like I'd be showing favoritism.
We're not saying names.
We're not.
No, we're not saying who posted it.
I will say,
we're not even putting the right artist here.
I know I put the wrong one. It's not rolling.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hey, I put together a whole lot of slides, man.
Nicholas Scott.
I will take one little, a couple errors here and there.
It's Nicholas Scott. Yeah.
I liked it. I like this piece a lot, and I like the owner even more. But I'll be honest with you, I kind of passed over on this one because it was just too much. There was too much going on here. You know, I just thought when I was thinking of super heroines, I really wanted that heroine to pop in the picture. And with this, with Wonder Women there, it kind of there was no one heroine to focus on. Love the piece, love the owner, but that's why I didn't go with this one.
Yeah, I didn't think it was busy, but I hear what you're saying around, because there were a couple of pieces that were posted where there's two folks, you know, two people fighting or whatever. Those didn't kind of ring as much. So my others kind of got that more central kind of look. But yeah, this one I just thought was clever. Great illustration.
Calling you out.
It's great. Like I said, for what we were going for here. Sorry, Joe. This wasn't one.
Well, I'll say this. Let me pop this one up here. You reach out to the artist in the sketchbook and make them an offer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
All right. Last one around one. And I do that every time. She's got a gun.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one of mine we were going to show here, but this is a Darkness 17. Now, I think on the sketchbook, they posted it as just Magdalena. But it wasn't until later I found out it was actually a cover. But I thought this was a pretty cool drawing. This is cover quality, and there's no background, but this is Joe Benitez by Joe Weems, and I thought they did a great job working together on this. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I wish there was a background, but this to me was cover quality, and looking at the designs of all the armor and everything. If you zoomed in a little, it was really nice and how they put it together. So, just 1 minute, I just gonna have to talk about my criteria. So, there were 290 pieces, but there were folks who were posting like Alex Ross pieces. so that kind of made it a little harder when people are putting some people are putting sketches, the other people are putting Alex Ross pieces. I mean, so I sort of had to figure out how to level the playing field. So my criteria was this in terms of, when I was going to judge the art. So I said, one, what was the master? How did the artist draw the art? When it comes to Alex Ross, he's always going to be at the top here. So mastery, and then I had to also look at the other three criteria. So beauty is one, creativity, and presence. So here, this is there was no background, but I feel that there was Magdalena, and she had a really nice pure presence with a gun, and so it allowed me to focus on it, and I thought it was a really nice cover. This was just one of my choices.
I'll say for future guests, visual aids will help sell you around.
Yeah, I didn't do
Larry.
a PowerPoint for mine. I apologize. I didn't know. I'll just quote Larry and say that I usually you don't pick out the flaw in your own piece, but the fact there's no background, it definitely I think takes away. I'm sure the color version of this actual cover probably looks phenomenal, and the piece itself is just pure like 1994, 96, 90s stuff, which is a little after my 90s pick, but it's a very lovely piece, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely missing out on something there.
I'll tell you, he
Larry made it
possible for sale at one point, and I actually considered it. It's a gorgeous figure. Oh, I'm impartial. Sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
I just want to know if Larry bought it yet, because I know I'm sure he found some pieces in this that he's making offers on.
Nope.
All right, this is going to be the moment of truth right now.
All right,
first voting round. All right, I will give you guys in the audience about 30 seconds or so. I'll watch the comments. If anyone has any trouble getting in, let me know. Just put it in the comments, and I'll wait for you guys to get in. So you should see the voting populate on either the browser or your phone. You should actually be able to click on the image if you want to blow it up to kind of recap, and give you guys a couple minutes. And any closing statements from our panel here? But Jason's voting for himself.
Like I said, I think Jason's. Wait a minute, you're voting. Wait a minute, I'm gonna.
Hey, it's no holds bars.
I mean, just looking at the thumbnails, I think mine wins. I mean, it just pops out at you. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I see a lot of background in mine, Jeff. You beat up Larry's for background. How you
Well,
defending yours?
Because mine's centered, Larry's isn't, and so I see more of your background than I see your foreground. So
All right. Audience ready? You want to see who the winner of round one is? A drum roll from the panel. All right. Oh, Khalil.
All
Wonder
right.
Woman Multiverse.
All right.
Because he name dropped who owned it.
that was my fault.
Was there any question?
Wow.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Huh.
Round. Hey, we went through a round and it was
We
successful.
went through a round. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's try it again.
Let's try it again.
Round two.
Go. Let's go. Is that Jill? No. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, so I'm going to be first every round. Is that how it's going to? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're keep. I got to do a slide presentation, man. I can't mix it up too much.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, this piece immediately popped out at me. Once again, another DC character, although not quite as popular or famous as Wonder Woman, but Katana. She was in the Suicide Squad movie. It's just everything about this just struck me. The colors of the gold background, and then how it's on her jacket and on her pants, and the shading and the way that the jacket, the leather jacket and pants have the full, just the style in it, just this expression and the pose. I just thought it was really just a striking piece, very authentic sort of, the dragons they're each hand drawn. They're each different. It's just a really fantastic piece.
It almost looks like gold leaf.
It does. It does look like somebody actually put gold on there. It's completely different than the other medium they used to create it. But I just thought this was really great. I'd be surprised if they didn't have a model for this, just how incredible this looked. But I saw this, it just popped off the page.
I'll be honest, I didn't even remember seeing this.
Me neither, and I'm surprised.
I wish I did skip. I wish I did see it. I mean, that's I bet. Did they say they used like gold paint or gold markers?
No. Once again, I didn't delve too deep into the. I didn't want to I really just wanted to keep it to the image. So I didn't go in too deep into the medium and stuff, but I figured, afterwards people are going to be able to find these. You can find them in the sketchbook or just, search them. And I just thought this was fantastic. But
I think that the chat's breaking down into tribal teams at this point. You can get some team Jeffs, team Khalils. Let's see if they start fighting amongst themselves. I know Bill's watching, and
Jeff,
I was gonna say I know Bill's watching. We said, hey, Bill gets to be part of the chat this time.
Yeah.
So everyone try to @ Bill Cox and see if he'll respond to you.
Yeah. Khalil, yes, sir.
Yeah, I was asking. So Katana, is that the sword or the person?
I think it's the character and also the name
kidding.
of what she's holding, I believe. But, my DC is about as good as.
I think she's named after the sword. I mean,
Is she?
I'm just messing with y'all. Yeah, okay. No, that's great. Yeah, the gold, that's crazy. The gold is.
Yeah.
What's amazing is I bet you that it looks really great in person. I mean,
Yeah.
just because when you scan things like this, and if that's actual gold, it shines a lot better in person.
Right. And I also was not familiar with the artist at all. I'd never heard of the artist, but after seeing this, I'm definitely going to look into her, him or her.
Wasn't she the breakout star of the last Suicide Squad movie or the first one?
Yeah.
No one watched that one.
Yeah.
No.
I love this piece. I think the only negative I can even come close to saying is that flower in the middle didn't need to be there.
She just wanted more gold.
She was going crazy with the gold, is what it looks like. Right, Larry?
Yeah.
Is that flower? If that flower was gone, I think it'd look even better. But I love this piece.
No, I think the coloring that's like Mark Brooks or like Joe Linson. I mean, that's some really good coloring.
Yeah.
So we don't even need to show their pieces. I think we can just move on to the next round. Oh, we're going to show.
Oh, this one's Jason.
Oh, Jason, here you go.
This is all Jason, right? I mean,
Tell me about what inspired this pick, Jason.
lots of things. Number one, I love Brian Stelfreeze, right? And everybody's so used to Stelfreeze commissions nowadays, but he was a published artist back in the day, and this is from one of the Marvel swimsuit issues, and it's two of my favorite characters, right? It's Wolverine's little substitute daughter, and substitute daughter, Kitty and Jubilee, and I just thought it was so much fun, right? A lot of the swimsuit issues were so over the top, I don't even know how to say it, but this was a fun shot, right? The dragon, the two girls getting into it, mentioning himself in the art. like I said, it just grabbed me. And then, X-Men's close to the heart to begin with.
Yeah.
Stealth is close to the heart. And just love the piece. I really did.
They look
It's a great
topless.
pick.
I may have to look at the color piece one of these.
And I have a piece of the Marvel swimsuit issue. You mentioned there's over the top and there's lighthearted. Mine has a dragon looking at She-Hulk's butt, so some of them are kind of ridiculous. But
Yep, exactly. Like I like this one a lot.
awesome.
You got like the smirk on Lockheed there.
Yep, exactly.
I just noticed that.
Yep.
All right. See, Mikkel
Go
can't
ahead.
take.
Have I seen this
Khalil
before?
picked this one before Dueling Dealers, so this is. We won't say who owns it now, but
Oh, I didn't realize that. No, yeah,
No,
I don't make much. I don't make many of the Dueling Dealer
It's
shows.
totally legit. So go ahead.
Wow. No, this was just a mix. So you guys mentioned Alex Ross earlier, and I love Alex Ross just like everybody. I'd love to have a piece, but personally, I'm less into like super photorealistic painting and rendering. That's just, I feel like that it's almost like a portrait. It's like another artist doing a portrait of somebody, right? So it's just less, it resonates less naturally. But Jenny Frison, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. She has this semi-realistic look, but incorporates the comic book kind of aesthetic at the same time. So I just thought this was playful, fun. It has a classic vibe while also still feeling fresh. So that was really it. I mean, just makes you smile looking at it. So no, I didn't realize it wasn't with is with somebody else now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Very smart
I
teamwork.
got a preview of the potential overlay on it, and it's adorable. I'll just say that.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
I gotta look at that.
Yeah, it definitely has that bombshell kind of like 1940s appeal, and it's got that, but it's it's like the ballet sort of look to it. It's a very nice piece.
She's wearing like ballet shoes or something like that. It's pretty interesting. She has that Lucia Ball face to it, which I kind of like.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
James definitely gave Larry a talking to before this show.
Anthony, you win Sharon's affection as always.
there
I
you
know
go.
you fight for that every day.
There you go.
Come on, Larry, give it the real. Come on.
Oh, but before we piss anyone off, we're gonna go to Larry's piece.
This is nice.
Here's another off character. I have no idea who this character is. I thought it was kind of cool. It gets some fairy with some butterfly wings, and I don't know who the character is, but I thought he did pretty good job with the colors and then the wings. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, she's naked, but I think that really I'm focusing on the wings though. I mean, overall, I thought it was pretty nice, even though I have no idea who this character is.
Yeah.
That was my problem.
Unsubstantiated rumor: Larry was dropping acid when he was doing his picks.
That was my problem with this one, Larry. It wasn't a superheroine to me, right? Like that was the theme. And beautiful. It's gorgeous, but to me, one didn't hit the theme, so I pushed it aside.
Well, I mean, you guys voted for Black Cat earlier. I mean, I don't know, what was that a superhero? I don't know.
Yeah, there's comic books with her on it, on the cover and everything.
Show me that you haven't read the Blue Fairy comic. How do you know she's not a hero?
She could be.
Rich Donnelly backed me up on where she was from. If someone tells me what comic this is, I'll pull my copy.
It's in the adult section, bud.
Yeah,
but it's good reading.
It's nice.
All right,
that's cool.
Round 2. You guys, last minute sales pitches. Because here's the vote.
It's my turn to win.
It should have advanced on the app or your browser if you hadn't closed it. So yeah, keep your phone, keep the app up on your phone the entire time, or keep the browser open the entire time, and it automatically advance the poll.
I have 2 characters in Brian Stelfreeze. I mean, this should be a clean sweep here, right?
I mean, yeah. Which piece of art would you go to a party with? The Blue Fairy. I mean, let's be honest.
I go there with Lucille Ball.
Yes.
Definitely not the chick.
I'm trying to do her pose. Yeah.
Okay. 20 more seconds. What do you think? Anything closing?
No, I think Jeff won this. I don't know what you guys.
I don't know. I mean, I think if all the pictures were going to fight, mine would win.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That is true.
I voted for Jeff. I think his is the strongest one. I wish I saw it earlier.
All right. Ready?
Oh, wow.
Jeff,
Oh,
Dominant.
okay.
Harry killed your fairy by saying it's not a heroin.
Katana.
I was really hoping that hashtag Blue Fairy Larry was going to be a thing, but
it still
make
can
it.
be.
Yeah,
It's still.
yeah.
Here, I'm
It's
just going to
right
put
there.
that so it's immortalized in chat.
Oh, Jason moves like
Anthony,
we had to be
gotta-
second.
Can somebody tell Anthony how to vote? James, go over that again.
He can.
It's on
Anthony-
the side. It's on the left side.
Yeah, if you go to Slido.com, and when you go to Slido, it'll ask for a name. It's CAF5206, or just click the QR code with your QR scanner on your phone or another browser.
then your social security number and your mother's maiden name, and then we're good.
All
By the
set.
way, the company I work for, which is a large IT company, they own this. It's not spyware. It's not everything. This is my corporate account that we're able to use this. So we're safe.
Right on. I kind of like
Or
a nice
are we? Or
look a
are
nice
we?
commission idea right before the Blue Fairy Larry. The Blue Fairy Larry. Yeah. Huh.
We're already at
All
the
right.
end game already.
We got yep, round 3. Back to Jeff.
Well, shocker. All right, so I picked this for two big reasons. One was because it was Joe Staton, and I thought that this was very like early Joe Staton. It was when he was doing like his Green Lantern stuff, and it's like a convention sketch, and I can't even imagine like him doing a sketch like this at a convention and doing 3 characters. It probably cost like $40 maybe, and you get 3 full figures by a working comic artist. And this is like reminds me of the era that I started in the late 80s, going to conventions and the kind of magical stuff you could get. And I just thought these were really great versions of these characters. I can't remember if he had ever worked on Teen Titans or not, but I just thought it was really cool to see some early Joe Staton work. A lot of his later stuff has gotten a little more cartoony. And I just thought this it just brought me back to going to a small convention where there was one artist and walking up to him with your 20 or 220s you'd saved, for a month, and just asking him to draw something for you and having him just, blow it out of the park. And I know that the person who ended up getting this originally and the one who owns it now are probably really, really happy with it. So that was my criteria for picking it.
Awesome. Would you have picked it, Jason?
I like this one. I actually thought it was George Perez when I first looked at it. I didn't know. Very
Yeah, it
very
does look
nice.
like Staton, does it? It's completely
Yeah.
The characters. I just assumed it was Perez when I was going by. To be honest with you.
And I hear Jeff. I hear what you're saying about the. It's got like an organic feel, like you said, like that kind of sketch look. I feel like I think like a Rick Leonardi, that kind of thing, a little looser, but the figure work's all there. The poses. He uses that cape there as a backdrop for Starfire. That's all good stuff, man.
What I've gone through, most of the pieces we're doing are unpublished art, and I know for the regular Thursday show we so focused on published, because that gets all the pizzazz. But I like that we're highlighting a lot of commissions that people have gotten over the years. So
yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's how I started in this was getting a free sketch. So yeah.
Speaking of published, I guess
Let's go the other way.
Yeah.
Don't are the other.
All right, Jason.
Look, guys, I'm not a huge fan. I love this cover. I love this cover from the first second I saw it. You could see how much he put into this, right? It's not too cheesecakey. It's the, Invisible Girl cover, what have you. I just love the feel of it. I love the toning of it, and, the design of it. It's something you would not normally see on a superhero comic, right? And Hughes obviously, just from looking at this, had a blast doing it, and it falls out of it. I tried not to just go by name, but this is my favorite Hughes cover before I looked at it in the sketchbook. It still is, and that's why I picked it. It's beautiful.
Dropping an ace in the sketchbook, right?
Yeah, it's hard to have mine in the same category as this. It's just they're just completely different pieces. This is just it's fantastic. It's just perfect Hughes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got to have a rogue.
Gotta have a rogue.
Gotta have a rogue.
Savage Land rogue.
Tell me
Yeah,
about
this
this
is
rogue.
this is a.
And tell me why Larry is jealous of this rogue.
I thought Larry picked it. Wow.
It's
Good
it's
job,
it's awesome. It's awesome corner to corner. And this makes me sad. And like, why the hell don't I have a Dan Mora piece? I mean, that's what I thought when I saw the artist, right? And I mean, her facial expression, figure, it's got a little bit of a manga-ish vibe, but not really. I mean, and then you've got obviously the Savage Land background. And what really took it over for me was on the bottom, it doesn't automatically stand out that that's a sentinel head that she's sitting. It's not clearly there.
I thought it was
but
a
if you
G
look,
first.
it's a sentinel eye and a head that she's just, taking care of. And it's got, the some of the fauna kind of going going all over it. So yeah, man, this one's and a T-Rex. Got a T-Rex in the background, true Savage Land piece.
Awesome. What do you think, Larry? Does it meet your rogue standards?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think
Awesome.
it's a great example of Dan Mora. You got her, the hair, and yeah, like I said, the dinosaur. It's one of the best Savage Land rogues I've seen. So, good choice, Khalil.
I know Dan does almost exclusively all DC published work. When he jumps over the Marvel realm, he just does a good job.
Yeah, this was definitely jealous of this one, man. That was another one of my criteria. Damn, I'd love to have that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Larry.
All right, yeah. So this is Stephen Defendini. I guess he goes kind of under the radar. This piece, yeah, she's kind of looking sideways, which I don't typically like pieces, but I think in the mood here, I think this was right. And she has a gun. The colors, it's a little dark, but I don't know. I like the mood of this. I mean, everything worked well, even though she's facing the side and it's dark, but it's this right mood. And I don't know what's going on. And she looks like she's about to assassinate somebody. She has a big gun on her back. The colors on this are pretty nice. I don't know. I really like a lot of Stephen Defendini, and I think this is a great example of his work.
I remember when this was posted, I kind of stopped mid-scroll on New Art. I thought it was gorgeous, and I was like, "Who is it?" And I mean, I don't know the artist personally.
Yeah, that's my one thing I don't like about this piece is that now Larry has put a spotlight on Stephen Defendini, which is going to make it really hard for anybody.
I already got like 5 pieces, so
I know. Well, everybody else.
Right. That's awesome.
All right, we're
Just
moving
the
on to a
lighting, man.
decent clip, guys.
The lighting and the glistening on her skin. Woo-wee.
Yeah, I like to think. I mean, that's probably her sweating because she looks like she's in the jungle. But yeah,
Larry's got a whole backstory for this one, huh?
Oh, what is it? She got a sai, a pistol, an AR, and 2 swords.
Yeah,
And Larry's
Do some
heart.
damage.
And Larry's heart. And then, because I usually don't like when she's looking away from me, but her profile so sublime.
It does. It definitely fits the. It wouldn't look right if she was looking towards camera. I don't think.
Looking towards Larry.
She's not going to give you the time of day.
Yeah, I can't make eye contact with her. It's probably a good thing.
All right. Let's get some closing arguments as we click it to the vote for round 3.
I feel my piece was unfairly put in this section. It's not going to get the proper representation
what it
that
is.
it, that
I'm
it
not sure about
definitely should.
what's a married woman doing with like 11 guys? What is that in the story?
Isn't it
At least
multiple men? Isn't it like all one guy?
If she's invisible, does it count? I'm kidding.
Well, all right.
What's going on in the story? She's like,
Yeah, we got one girl who's completely by herself in the Savage Land, and then the other one who's can't just like at a party.
Well, my pitch is that Jason and Larry would both be voting for the Mora, like if they were out. I mean, that's.
Khalil, I picked it. I had to give it up to you. I love that one.
Oh, damn.
yeah.
Hey, so note to self, for anyone who jump on the panelists in the future, and hopefully you guys do, and I welcome it. Strategically place your art. Strategically place your art. You never know.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone ready?
Hughes speaks for itself. I don't need to say.
All right, we got.
Oh,
Wow.
Khalil's got he's
Wow.
gonna be
I'm
2 entries in the
surprised.
round.
I'm surprised Jason's did not finish at least second, but never mind.
That's a close vote, though. That's the closest.
I actually
vote we
had Jason's piece.
Well, you didn't
in
even
my
give
top
any
four,
time
but he
to
goes
vote,
first.
James.
Huh? I mean, it's real time. I
Yeah.
mean, you might have a It might be a bunch. Oh, Larry's Electra just went up one. Should we call it? Should we? 3,
Oh,
2,
Anthony, did you figure out how to play yet?
1.
you can wait.
All right, round 4.
I'm
Round
betting I'm
4.
going to be first. I don't know why. I just see it.
Yep. Oh no, I mean they're in order. That's why I put you like this. Yeah. Have you figured out the pattern yet, Jeff?
Round.
I'm trying to. It takes me a while to catch on to stuff, man.
All right, Kitty Pride.
Yeah, let's see. All right, we'll finish it up with this. So this piece was a really cool Kitty Pride. I thought that so many of these comic book characters are like super sexualized, and I always loved the fact that Kitty Pride was just sort of like younger and more innocent. So anyone where you see her like super vivacious or just like it doesn't appeal to me at all. That's not the character for me. And when I saw this, and it's by Barry Kitson, and his stuff is it's a super undervalued artist in comics, where the prices that his stuff costs do not represent the quality of his work. And this is just a fantastic piece. It was done for Fantask, which is like a bookstore / comic book store in Denmark, I think. And the character she's phasing through is I guess it's like their mascot or their symbol. And I just thought this was like a really cool, it's for their 50th anniversary. And I just thought this was a really fun piece. I love the colors. I love like sort of the expression on her face of like shock. And like I said, I think Barry Kitson is a really great artist. And anytime, I see something fun like this, it just grabs me. So once again, it's not one of those really overdone pieces. It's just like very lovely color. It's something you might even be able to get something like this at a convention if you ask nicely. And that's always a good thing, I think.
What is she phasing through?
I don't know. I thought it was what
like
TV
a symbol for like a dragon. I looked it up to see what exactly it was. It's sort of like a paper mache or like some sort of a dragon thing. It's a symbol for the store.
It's fun.
Fun.
All right.
I like the choice of background color too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It makes her pop.
All right, pull that in.
All right. What do we got, Jason? What do we got? Oh, a classic.
Look, Wonder Woman. Somebody said it in the first round, right? How do you have a superheroine group without Wonder Woman? And I'll tell you a secret. I love Boland's prelims more than I love his covers. I just the unbelievable work that he puts into these pure pencil prelims is just gorgeous. And you can't zoom in on this, but if you go look at it in the sketchbook or in whoever's calf it is, the face is just magnificent. The detail in the hair. Remember, this is a prelim, guys. This is not the finished art. And how gorgeous is it? I'm not a DC guy. This one got me. Wonder Woman. I wanted to pick a Wonder Woman piece, and out of all of them, this is the one that I came up with.
I mean, even the titling on the prelim is
this is something that I would love to own. I purposefully did not pick it because it just seemed like too on the nose for me to pick a Bolland piece. So I just I had to pass it by. But it's I mean, there's no arguing. It's fantastic.
No one told me I was pick artists that weren't good. I apologize.
It's in the sketchbook. It's in the sketchbook, and it fits the theme.
It's in there.
It's
it's fair game. Like I said, I just like I said, I would have picked it, except for I was trying to hold myself back. So good pick.
I'm gonna highlight this one anyway, just because I want to.
Look at that.
I don't think I remember seeing this one either. Geez, I don't know what was I was drinking during that night.
I mean, that's what I did when I was putting these together, and I put your guys' picks together. I was like, man, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And I didn't see half these that you guys picked.
Yeah.
So 291 pieces. It's tough to scroll through.
I think this is really. I mean, I don't think you'll ever find a better prelim than this, but I wouldn't say it's better than a cover. But
oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of went a little, the con sketch. Jeff, you were talking about the kind of con sketch route, the not clear obvious one for me. This is one of those that just kind of popped for me. So it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Paul Smith, Steve Rude, kind of more, I guess, simpler in terms of the detail, not necessarily being there. But I mean, you look at the face; it's beautiful, and her expression, kind of that slight, turn towards you. What's coming next, and having that black silhouette canary background is just kind of took it over the top, man. So I think, for a piece that potentially could have been done at a show, probably wouldn't have taken that long to do. It just kind of hits all the right notes. I just, it resonated right when I saw it, man.
It's gorgeous. One thing I got this question. How are you guys deciding what type of pieces are being shown? So in CAF, there's a Steam sketchbook. And typically, and I'm guilty of it too, I completely ignored it, except when I first jumped on CAF, where I accidentally posted pieces in there. So to kind of generate some interest in the CAF theme sketchbook, we decided to put together, an actual voted on theme by the audience. Every single piece of art you've seen on here was in that sketchbook. And then the panel picked their 4 favorites. And that's what we're putting against each other to pick the champion for the month.
Yeah.
So the criteria is literally everybody in the chat. There is no rhyme or reason. There's no you can vote however you want.
It has to be already.
Is it my connection?
I was going to say, am I breaking up or is James?
I think it might be James.
Okay.
The criteria, I believe, and it had to be submitted into the sketchbook. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. The topic was pretty broad, so pretty much anyone with boobs will be able to join. Will be posted up there.
During my intermission, I'll tell my kiddo to get off the internet.
Hey, so.
Hey. He's playing.
That's Rick Magyar. So you can see it, and the artist it's spelled wrong. He's known as more of an inker, but that's not James. That's actually, it was spelled wrong on the listing. I just noticed that. So yeah, that's not James.
See, I mean, I'm the king of typos. Everyone knows that, but this one wasn't mine.
Who's the artist, Khalil?
Rick Magyar.
Oh, okay.
Inker.
For a Nick Barucci reference, are we hitting the likes? I've been playing around with the logistics.
Oh no, I know Bill's been pushing it in the chat, so I think we're good.
Good. All right, final piece, Larry, what do we got?
This is obviously it's a Shada, and I think she's a superheroine. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. What's she saving here? I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't. This Michael, I think he's part of the Wildstorm crew. I mean, he was one of the last couple artists in the Wildstorm, and he's pretty talented. But look at this piece. It's amazing what he's able to do. I mean, that's that fading background. You got the snake, and then and his ability to do that lightness on Shanna. I don't know what her name is, but I thought this was pretty cool. How this piece ended up. I'm not really. I mean, other than Savage Land Rogue, I don't really choose many jungle girls, but I really liked how this one turned out. Yeah, she's upside down, but it's playful, it's creative, and I think that background really sold it on me.
Yeah,
I dig the background.
Yeah. Well, Michael Lopez, man, if there are, when I ask folks, who are they wishing still did comics or drew today, I hear his name pretty often. He was like the next Adam Hughes back in the day for a lot of people, man. You can see that here in this image.
She's laughing, man.
Yeah, I wish I saw more of his pieces.
I just caught that when someone says she's being tickled. So okay.
No, I do like the foreground in the bottom right. That's sort of like that negative, white leaves, and then I do love the shadow in the background. I mean, obviously the middle image, speaks for itself. I just love the way it was presented. It's a very nice piece.
For sure.
James, highlight Marcus's last comment.
Let's see. Hey, the panel asked. Right? I don't condone or condemn.
Yeah.
All right. Final vote. So right now, by the way, we've got a Jeff, a Khalil, and a Khalil. So Jason, Larry, put on your sales pitches, man. You don't want to be cut out of the final round.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
I keep getting penalized for picking big artists, but I don't know how much better you get.
If you can't win with the bowling, I don't know.
Those are unreal.
James should have given more direction. I would have picked, no name artist number 2.
Hey,
I'm just picking the pieces. I don't know how this is going. I'm just picking the pieces.
Those people. There's talent across the board.
I'm not even sure how this program goes past this point. So it'll be
Hey,
interesting.
start messaging people on Facebook, Jason, and try to get them votes in.
Yeah,
Just
listen.
class. Otherwise, I'd have him out there being my PR
Larry,
guy.
you too, Larry. You got group chats?
Oh, I got to vote for
We're
me.
gonna give this one an extra 15 seconds because we're
I
looking at
forgot to
elimination round.
Yeah. We want. Listen, is it going to be Larry? Is it going to be Jason? You know, or you know, I mean, I think that my piece is insanely incredible. It's like I said, it's the categories maybe we'll work on in the future to try to get similar pieces in, but this is, I mean, you can't, like, all these pieces are great. So I really don't know. I don't know how you guys are going to pick, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So is
they're
the
all
audience
good. They're all
ready?
good.
I want to comment in there. You guys ready? I want to
Yeah.
see at least one ready. Oh, we're not advancing the slide until I see it ready.
We got 30 voters now. Cool.
A recount? Okay, that'll work. And
There you go.
Jason, the
Oh.
sympathy vote. The sympathy
Victory.
vote.
We got over half the votes.
All right. Tears do work. Okay. Well,
And,
here's
yeah,
here's the interesting part. Is this
0%.
going to be? Go ahead.
0% on the last one there. Just FYI, I don't know if I,
No, there you go.
That's an
Somebody
achievement
felt bad
I've
for
ever
you.
heard.
woo. Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be the interesting logistics part. So I'm
You gotta
going to
vote.
basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an impromptu poll with the championships, the winners of each round for the championship round, and so I'm going to let you guys do an intermission. Of course, what does CAF Live do for intermissions? Do a cake break. So this is what I want. So this is the month of January. These were the 4 cakes that Sharon baked. So let me go do all the championship round stuff. When we come back, we're going to vote on your favorite cake for the month of January. So I'll let you guys discuss that while I go on mute for about 5 minutes.
I definitely missed a piece of cake.
Oh yeah, I missed.
Oh, the pizza cake was incredible. That looked like a pizza. That was a really great cake.
I mean, you
she
got to go
specified
lamb
Spider-Man.
chop. Lamb chop.
From what I
That's-
understand, with some inside information, the chocolate cake was the best tasting of all 4 cakes.
Ah.
As somebody who goes to Anthony's warehouse way too often, I can tell you that for sure.
Did you try the pizza?
I did not, but you know, I talk to the guys when I'm over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Get the inside scoop. I'm just wondering if Larry has to be here for the last round. I mean,
Probably not.
like,
I'm
just saying.
surprised he didn't leave yet. He picked up one of Khalil's, right? Khalil got 2 or Jeff got 2?
That's right. I
No,
mean, I
Khalil
can
got
be
2.
generous. I can gift one over to Larry, I
No,
guess.
it's
I mean,
okay.
You know.
No, but seriously, going back to it, Khalil, I don't know if James told you, a couple of us picked the same pieces, and he had to. And
I actually had your Adam Hughes in one of my picks. So.
Yeah, he said somebody else.
That's why I ended up with the Blue Fairy because I couldn't pick the Adam Hughes. So like,
And the funny thing was, I had picked all of my pieces before you guys. Like he had said, I had said, "How do you want me to do this?" And I'm like, "You just want me to send them to you?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can just send them to me." And then I just sent him 4, and then 200 more pieces got put into the sketchbook after I picked.
No.
So that was like, so obviously the pieces you guys say you didn't see a couple of mine is probably because they were a little easier to see, and I didn't get to see half the pieces that everybody else got to see because I had already picked. So I'm gonna have to go back and look.
I picked the Electra, Larry. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
back out that one. Yeah.
I'm really happy with our friend ended up with that one. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know the artist at all. And it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he has.
But that
a
was cool
Facebook
too,
page,
man.
So
That was cool too. I got these things pop in my head, like I gotta look at that artist stuff. I gotta see this person at a show at a con. So it just for me as a collector, right? Things opened up a little bit too. And it didn't take me forever to look. I know 290 sounds like a lot, but it didn't take me too long to just kind of go, and just see what kind of stood out.
Bill, if you're listening,
290 is a lot. Try doing a weekly top 10. Yeah.
You gotta put the voting booth in because I had like 16 windows open as I was going through, and then having to go eliminate them because you couldn't just like mark the ones you like. So
right.
Well, it's funny, and it's funny what you guys are saying too about like the because I thought I had like one that I felt like was kind of clearly, you know, everyone might like, maybe not like an Alex Ross, like you were saying, Larry, but it was tough to kind of say, I'm going with 4. And I just said, I'm going to go with what resonates, right?
Yeah.
Like as simple as that, because to your point, like Jeff, you were saying, some might've been too on the nose. There were a couple that might've been too on the nose. I'm like, a little too easy, you know, for me. So I'm going to kind of go this way, but
yeah, I was definitely trying to dig deeper and not just stay in my wheelhouse and try to appreciate art from different perspectives. Not just, I mean, it's not easily like that Bolland. I mean, how can you not pick that Bolland piece? It's fantastic. And but I was like, you know, I didn't want to just go through and go, that's something I would buy. That's something I would buy. I wanted to try to see like a little more of the pieces. But like I said, there are no wrong. I mean, all of those pieces were incredible. And so was every piece you guys put in. Well, maybe not every piece, but I think almost every single piece that was put in there they're all just great pieces. And they're great not just because, you know, any of us would want them. They're great because you guys picked them and you chose them and you bought them and you put them out there. And that, you know, that's what CAF's all about, is sharing what you got.
Yeah.
And, I'm so glad that James did this, because I knew nothing about this sketchbook.
I think the Alex Ross Wonder Woman got snubbed.
Probably.
That was one of I had to cut out that end. But
who's like a 1 or 2 of like your like favorite superheroines? You can name one. Like who's on the top of the list, or who would be in the top 3?
That's a great question, but I think James is about to tell us all to shut up because he's ready.
Oh, no. First of all, I just want to let you know, I created a custom poll and photoshopped the 4 pieces in just Intermission.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Okay, let's keep it going. We're going to remove L Cake Break slide, and we're going to add L Cake Break slide. And you know what that means?
Winner.
Nope. Here we go. Let's vote on a cake.
We didn't vote. I thought everybody was already voting.
Oh yeah.
Cake for the
could have
month
done
of
that during
January.
Intermission.
Well, let's see. And while you guys are voting, hopefully this is okay with James, but I did want to let you guys know that tomorrow night on 4C Comics, we are doing a game show, which if you guys want to tune into, we do it on our site. Bill's always nice enough to promote for us, so I don't think he'll mind. It's a new way to get art. You claim art and you can get up to 50% off. It's called Wheel of Deals. So if you guys are looking to get some art and you want to get a deal on it, please tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's it. I'm done.
So I just hit claim. I just typed claim, and you give me 50% off.
Well, you'll have to see how the game works, Larry.
All right. So what did the audience choose for Sharon's best? Which they're all wonderful, right? Let's solve that. But
they all look great.
Yep. So Sharon, I knew that one was going to win.
Yeah, that pizza cake.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of toppings were on it? I missed that episode.
Oh, listen, I think Berkey said it best. He said it looked so good he went and ordered a pizza.
Pizza. All right. Hey, Larry, you are more than welcome to interrupt or haggle or do whatever the heck you want during the championship round. You do not have to be silent.
Oh, okay.
So let's knock this out.
Be yourself, Larry.
Final round. Again, the winner of this round, you'll be one of 12 entries into Best of CAF at the end of the year. So it's pretty exclusive category, and you have a good chance of taking home a Thor trophy.
I do love how James said that Larry could contribute, but then has his face covered. I think that's perfect.
All right. Khalil, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Hey, I mean, same story, right? Wonder Women, multiple. Every kind of costume iteration, the background, the Infinite Earths is so clever. And then look at all the different expressions you get with Diana here, right? A whole gamut of expressions, different hairstyles.
And if you vote for this piece, you're actually voting for 10. It's got a 10x vote. I'm just saying.
And it was
multiple.
Yeah, and Ronald gets credit for it. Yes.
And it was not done by Ronald Shepard.
Yeah. Go Ronald, man. You're fantastic. All right. Ready? Round 2.
I mean, I think this piece just speaks for itself. I mean, it's insane. Like I said, I'd never heard of the artist before. And, so I like to think that this might be like one of their most incredible pieces they've done, and they put everything into it. I don't think the flower in the middle takes anything away from all the wonderful work that they did in it, and I think that the gold is just like it's a really cool thing that you didn't expect if you were just to ask for a commission of a piece of this this stature. I think it's beautiful. I think she's done
Ding,
perfectly,
ding, ding. I'm just kidding.
and it captures the character.
All right. Round 3 winner, Khalil.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the figure is just perfect. Side profile. I didn't mention the hair last time. The detail of the hair, and again, just it's got a lot going for it. I mean, dinosaurs and the sentinel at the bottom right. How clever is that to kind of weave that in, man? It's just winning image corner to corner. And there are a lot of great
Savage Khalil and your fandom not to split the vote. You got 2 entries. You got half
James,
the vote.
stop helping.
I'll let them do what they want to do, right? I mean, at the end of the day, one of these two is going to get this win.
Yeah.
So
Khalil has a 50% chance of winning. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
50. Are you putting a little bit more backing behind one or the other, or are you just going to let it ride?
I'm going to let it ride, man. I'm going to let
Alright.
it ride. It's up to our folks here online today.
All right.
I love that.
Round 4. Jason,
Well,
close us out,
this-
hey, you've
This
got
is
the
obviously
the
an
pimp
up-and-coming
spots that they
artist
call
I've
it
never
on,
heard of
the
before.
voting shows. Go ahead. Sorry.
this is
And that's
obviously
your
an
time. Sorry.
an up-and-coming artist we've never heard of before. That's just a breakout. And Khalil's going to be looking for at his local con next month, right?
He might be something one day.
Yeah.
He might be
Yeah.
something.
Maybe he's got a puncher's chance at least, right? But I spoke a lot about the figure beforehand, but like I think James mentioned, like the lettering, everything about this just encompasses. It's just perfect for a prelim, and
Perfect.
it's gorgeous.
How are you going to overcome the DC bias?
Yeah, I'm not
Or
a
the Marvel
DC
bias
guy.
for DC.
The
This is a Wonder Woman.
I'm just kidding.
How many Savage Land Rogues are there in this world, right?
I mean,
One.
dozens
Yeah.
at least, right? Anything else?
Joe's
About to
worried about
flip it
the
to
Probably a
the
handful
top
of
the final
katanas.
vote.
That's
Huh?
great.
So James, which one do you think is gonna win?
I will not influence it, but I'll tell you my favorite at the end.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Um,
You know what? I'm gonna say the Adam Hughes. I think that was a snub. I think the Adam Hughes one should be here.
I like a snub. There you go.
Snub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audience
it had-
didn't-
I mean, it had a-
it was the number 2 seed, and
Yeah.
and they lost to the number 7.
I know.
Larry, I entered an Art Adams. I picked you to go in to thinking my Art Adams would get picked by having you in the vote. And you
Okay. I mean, the voting's open. I'll do a little bit of extra time. Let's see some final sales pitches. I know, Khalil, you're in sales, man.
My
Jason's in
artist
sales.
is the only
Yeah.
one who cared enough to color their piece. That's all I'm gonna say.
It does stand out. It does stand out.
I'm gonna say my favorite is
not always
Katana.
the answer.
It's probably the least in terms of money value of all these, but in least named character and least named artist. But my favorite is probably the Katana out of all this. So my vote's for Jeff's.
I appreciate that, Larry.
Oh.
Oh.
Larry
look at-
looking to sway the audience.
They don't have to sway by me. I'm just one vote.
Look at Rogue. She's looking right at y'all with that side eye, saying, "You better vote for me." I mean, what the hell else are you gonna do?
And I
But,
mean, let's be honest. In warfare, spears beat katanas any day of the week, right?
Khalil, Larry didn't like the Rogue because there wasn't enough underboob for him in that one.
All right,
Yeah,
we've got 10 more seconds, guys. 10 more seconds to get your votes in.
We can't even see all the thigh gap in the Wonder Woman with the 10 different Wonder Womans. It's all you just get one. It's all-
Flash
Yeah, but a
cover?
little bit times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here we go. Then the winner is for the inaugural Best of CAF July theme.
Oh,
Savage
wow.
Land
Wow.
Rogue.
wow.
Ah, that was close.
All right.
That was close.
That was my pick. All of them were gorgeous, though. Absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous, man.
Congratulations,
All
Jim.
right.
That was
So
fun.
we've got the winner.
All right. Hey,
Savage Land Rogue will be one of 12 pieces of art that you guys get to vote on Best of CAF.
that's
And
cool,
Dan
man.
Moore's
Congratulations.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, 8:59. We stuck it to an hour.
Sure. James, who is the owner of that piece?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but they can make claims.
He's in the chat. See if he notices or he says anything. He's in the chat though.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got to give them. We give the artist their due, the piece it's due. Now it's time to give the owner their due.
Yeah, I agree.
If he's not in the chat,
I mean,
that's
he's
feedback.
not.
all Khalil did was pick it. I mean,
That's all. Simple.
Bill
Didn't have to
Hey,
draw
you
it.
guys have the internet. Look it up real quick and tell me who it is.
But you know what? I give Dan Mora his props. I mean, I think he's an upcoming star. He's been like exclusive to DC. He's been doing some great stuff. I think he draws like 3 books a month, something like that, something ridiculous.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's a
2,
beast.
and still has his weekends to hang out with his family. So,
Larry, I've seen him at shows. He is so quick and so concise, and it just comes out. I actually picked up a commission for a friend that forgot to do, and he was like, "No, I'll get it done. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, full figure, background, recycle." It's amazing what he's
pretty good.
Well,
And
does the audience know who owned that piece?
It's a JP Crusher.
it's Jim Keller.
Jim Keller. Jim Keller.
Jim. It's
such
the Colonel,
a shock
man.
that Jim Keller owns a
Colonel.
Dan Mora piece. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes,
I should have
sir.
known. Like, I just figured all of his Dan Moras are DC or Power Rangers. I didn't know he got that one.
Well, there are 48 Moras on his calf gallery.
Yeah.
He
So
has
I
a
think
few.
he's familiar
I think
with
Dan
Dan.
Mora hands delivers these pieces to his house.
Yeah.
Like, Jim doesn't go to cons for Dan. Dan comes to Jim.
I don't think Jim got this directly from Dan though. So Jim's a big enough fan that he's buying it secondhand from other people. So
That's great.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very, very much.
1 hour.
Audience, thank you for putting in, basically going along with the sketchbook theme. February is homages and homages, tomatoes and tomatoes. So get those in. We'll highlight, again, kind of the same structure next time. We'll have 4 guests, 4 panelists, pick their top 4. We'll go through the vote. Again, thank you guys, all the panelists, for your time, putting those picks in.
Congratulations,
answering
Khalil.
my annoying
Congratulations
messages.
on the win, Khalil.
Yeah, I got to figure out a panelist. Something. Maybe we'll figure it out. We got to figure out a way to award the panelists too.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, thank
Fun.
you everyone for joining in. Glad you this didn't turn into quite the train wreck, but I haven't got your feedback yet.
Yeah.
But if you want to jump on and be a panelist in the future, just let me know. And with that, just over 2 minutes over the hour, and we'll call it.
All right.
Thank you,
See y'all.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great night.
thanks everybody.